Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show here from the Barstool headquarters in New York City. I am Brandon Walker, and I'm talking very much like it's a radio show. It's not a radio show. We're on YouTube. Hello, Hollywood. Good for you to be here.
Made it on time, right as the credits hit.
Just, on time. You're on time if you're 5 minutes early.
Okay, Bill Parcells.
On time if you're 5 minutes early. Rico was actually on time. Hello, Rico.
What's up?
Good to have Rico here. Good to have Ben Mintz. It is the three of us. We are marching forward.
Last Football Friday.
Yeah, got to get down Football Friday, final one of the year.
Well, not really. If you're an FCS fan, if you're a Jackson State fan, you got some spring football coming up, but sure, it's the last Football Friday.
I'll get into the spring.
I'm pumped about the Jackson State.
Am I crazy to think that they should be doing that the rest of the way? Have standalone
FCS in the spring?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of crazy.
All right.
Nobody's going to pay attention to it, really. They might do it as a one-off this year, but you're pretty crazy.
Whatever.
Plus, they need their paycheck games.
Yes.
Not Jackson State in particular,
Right.
but FCS
Fair
teams need to be able to be paid $900,000 to go
Fair
get their shit kicked in by Clemson or stuff like that.
Yeah, the women's volleyball program's got to keep going somehow.
Correct. Yes. So welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. Busy weekend, not only in the sports world, with the biggest event of the sporting calendar on Sunday. You also have it feels like a Super Bowl Sunday for Barstool because you had Surviving Barstool last night. You've got a huge, I would argue, the biggest Rough and Rowdy yet. I can't imagine there was one bigger than this with Billy Football and Jose Canseco fighting tonight. And then, of course, you have the mother of all gambling streams on Sunday night where 5 gamblers will enter the ring. Rico Bosco, Frank the Tank, Elio, White Sox Dave, what an odd collection of human beings this is. And Whitney. Those are your 5. Those are the 5 competitors that will enter the Barstool Sportsbook in Detroit, Michigan, and they will go head up. They'll each be given $10,000 to live bet with. Whoever has the most money at the end of the fourth quarter keeps all the money. How you feeling?
Wow.
Nervous.
Yeah, of
because
course
there's
you're nervous.
it's not like bet 10,000 and do it pregame. It's all in game. You got to be quick on the draw.
You got to be sharp. You got to be savvy.
Yeah, you got to find shit other people haven't seen.
You also
yet,
got to be able
to.
You got to be able to take a couple of losses. You're gonna be up and down. It's gonna be a war of attrition. You can't get down when you lose 2 or 3 in a row.
What number you think wins?
Well, what's interesting to me is like you have to find these 20 and 30 to 1 props because are y'all doing the prop bets and stuff too or no?
I guess technically live. Yes.
So this is
doing
just
props.
live.
So
just
next,
live. Yeah.
Next touchdown scorer, I would imagine you could get defense at 10 to 1, 15 to 1. But it's live. It's live. It's not a pregame. I'm not getting Gatorade color.
I mean, there's some great live.
Halftime.
There's some great live bets that I was able to take advantage of when the Chiefs played a couple weeks ago. There's at one point I had plus 250 the Chiefs to score over 1.5 touchdowns in the second quarter, and they started slow, and then they were able to get on that. So
right, it's all eyeballs.
When they were down 9-0 against Buffalo, it was a great time.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing we talked about too. Is if you load up, you could take the whole 10 and put it on the Chiefs when they're down 9-0. Yeah, that might pay out 30,000, 40,000, but you have no liquid in between.
Yeah, and you're gonna probably.
But if you have no liquid in between, if the payoff's 30 or 40,000, then you're okay. You're just missing the action.
Yeah, but I don't know
because that liquid in between could get you in trouble.
Your liquid in between could get you in trouble, but it also at a certain point you might need. Here's the other thing: it's not your money,
right?
So it is being on a game. It's like when you risk it all in jeopardy. I don't know. If you know, if somebody, that would kill me, knowing I can only get 30 and somebody gets ahead of me and gets to 34, 35. Now I literally can't win. I just got to hope he, loses.
So I would like to, I'm going to give you my, this is my BCS. This is my top 5 power rankings of who I want to win I've already told Rico this, so this is not a secret. So my top 5 of who I want to win the mother of all gambling streams on Sunday. Number 1, I think we all want Frank the Tank to win. Frank the Tank winning is the most electric possibility. Frank the Tank, I would love to see him get the money. I root for Frank the Tank above everybody. Number 2, I go with my guy Rico Bosco.
Okay.
And you're okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that.
Rico,
fan favorite Frank.
Rico Bosco, number 2. I go 3, Elio. If you've never seen Elio on streams or whatever, but just hanging out with him, he's a cool, down-to-earth, awesome guy.
Mr. Ice.
Elio is number 3.
Yes.
White Sox Dave, that absolute dirtball of a human being that I just can't imagine rooting for in any circumstance. I put him 4, and the only reason I put Whitney 5 is because Whitney doesn't need the money. He's going to be electric. He's going to be awesome. But everybody wants $50,000.
He's an all-time shit talker.
And he's also probably, I mean, if I had to think who's got the stomach to do this, Whitney's probably at the top of that list.
He's got no risk. I could see him going 5,000 first play run.
Yeah?
You know, yeah, I could see that. Get out to a big lead,
I
and
can
now
see him going 50K first play run.
Well, he doesn't have that.
Yeah,
or 10K.
People keep saying that too.
So I'm sorry. 10K.
No, it's fine. It's like Whitney has the biggest bankroll. It's like, yo, you can't reload.
The bankroll is 10.
Get a certain amount, you morons.
Well, the strategy discussion on this is fascinating because Brandon and I have been talking about the alternate line all week. You know, something because like we both like KC a ton in this game, and as it gets closer, I like it more and more. KC minus 13.5 plus 380. Bet the whole 10K on it to win 38. But if you hit it, if they blow them out, that should be enough to win.
Yeah.
So I think it's an interesting strategy, Brandon. What do you think?
I get it. But do you think that's the thing that's going to drive me nuts is you could be sitting midway through the third quarter. Somebody has 35. The most you can win is 30,800. And you're
it's 38K. That's plus 380.
38K.
That's also if you put that out, if you do that and third quarter and you have no cash in the bank and the Bucks are winning, you can't dig yourself out of that hole.
No, I agree. Well, but the thing is,
it's all or nothing.
It's if you have a strong opinion on the game, but which I don't know what your thoughts are. We'll hear about that.
I don't yet. That's the thing.
You don't have thoughts on the game?
I think the Chiefs are going to win handily. I agree with you. But Brady's last ride, plus number in front of him again.
Yeah, and I understand Brady. I understand he's won so many Super Bowls. He also lost some Super Bowls. He also, the last time he was in the Super Bowl, he was pretty much garbage. He just happened to win because the Rams were more garbage. Yep. Mahomes is at the peak of his powers. Mahomes is standing on top of the mountain like Superman. And I know Brady, last ride, but this version of Brady isn't as good as this version of Mahomes. It's not even close.
They also beat the shit out of him and let him come back in that game.
That's the point on the Chiefs that's interesting is the fact they didn't cover those 9 games at the end. There's value on the Chiefs that shouldn't be there because they didn't cover all the spreads down the stretch. And the Cleveland game, they would have blown them out if Mahomes didn't get hurt. And so the Chiefs have been bad against the spread until the Buffalo game, but they're really a lot better. Even the Bucs game, they were up 27-10, and Tampa backdoor covered when they took their foot off the gas. I was at the New Orleans game. Same thing happened in New Orleans. I just feel like the Chiefs are undervalued because of all that.
Yeah, and we will get back to the Super Bowl. There's a lot to talk about. The stream itself, am I jealous I'm not in it? Yeah.
I am too.
Sure am. Very jealous I'm not in it. I would love to be in it. That would be awesome. I would love to win $50,000. But whatever. You're in it, and Elio's in it. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be great theater. I just hope we get to the fourth quarter and Frank the Tank is in it. I want to at least see that. I want to see a horse race to the end.
Yes.
He's so negative. I almost can't even imagine what would happen if he won.
I know he's negative, but he says he's 3-186. I don't buy that. I think he plays into that a little bit.
No, he leans into it.
And I think he's going to be a lot. He's going to be savvy. And Frank the Tank knows sports. He knows the fuck out of sports. He could be playing everybody. Could be a long con. Like at the end, the goes 0. Frank's got the most money. He just jumps up. Like what's the end of the movie? What's the Usual Suspects where he's walking all funny and then all of a sudden he's walking.
I haven't seen that one. I was thinking more of Office Space.
Kaiser Soze.
Yeah,
Frank.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of Office Space when he has the island to himself.
Yeah, Milton.
Oh
Milton
yeah, that's a good one too.
That's the one I see.
Oh, that's good.
So we can get back to the Super Bowl. Huge slate in college basketball tomorrow. Kind of a light slate tonight, but tonight is Billy football and Jose Canseco.
That's the main ticket
down there in West Virginia. I think it'll. I don't know the numbers what Rough and Rowdy's done before, but you got to buy this one because it should be the biggest one of all time. Jose Canseco, Billy football. Jose, the weigh-in last night. Jose's a tank.
He's a monster.
He is a horse. He's 267. 267. 6'4", 267. I know he's 56 years old, but. Boy, I hope Billy. I know Billy. I think he's going the endurance route. I think he's going the speed route. He's going the evasive route. And Billy, being a college athlete himself, is probably going to be able to pull that off. Can he outlast? I don't know. We'll see. I like Billy's chances. I also like Jose's chances. So I'm riding the fence.
If Billy's going to win it, I don't think it's in the first round. I think it's all about Jose trying to punch himself out, being older, being the bulked up big guy. Billy's just got to take the shots, get through the first round, and I like his chances.
Yeah, but the shots are going to be.
Oh, they're coming.
They could be severe. They could be something.
Billy's a tough dude, though.
Billy is a tough dude. I mean, Billy played college football. Yeah. I mean, he's not
no,
me.
He's athletic.
Yeah, he's not me or Ben Mintz or Rico out there.
Got an athletic body too. It's not just like he's athletic.
No,
like,
he's long.
He's got the wide shoulders.
Yeah, long. Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall. He's good.
All right, so we got the comments here on YouTube. I'll read some. Brandon, how much you need someone to sponsor that hair? Flow is they do. They absolutely sponsor it. Rico is an eye guy. He'll go on competitor shows because he doesn't care about Barstool. Says Sab Rossi. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I took the beating on that.
You
one.
did. You took the heat.
I did.
Yeah, you went out there and you made a mistake and you faced the press afterwards.
Yes.
You went right into the locker room, said
Right.
fire up the questions.
Right.
And that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Pump
the Barstool Sportsbook on there 5 times.
5 times?
5 times.
5 times.
It's a good number.
5 times.
In a 17-minute spot.
Much like Booker T, the 5-time WCW world champion.
Give him the Harlem
Sucker.
Heat.
You all right? You all right, Zal?
I was doing the Booker T.
I know. It looked like,
5-time.
looked like you were having a fit. I liked it, though.
Big Booker T guy.
Can you do the spinneroonie?
I used to be able to.
What do you mean you used to be able
I
to?
know,
Hold
but-
on. The whole show's got to stop.
Yeah, I got to see this.
You
dude.
used to be able to do the spinneroonie.
Yes, but now I got way too heavy. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done it since I was like 12 maybe.
After the show, will you at least try?
We
We don't have to put it on camera if you don't want to.
yeah,
but
we could at least.
You couldn't do it in here because it's carpeted, but you can go out to the lobby.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
The fans want it, Zoff.
I mean, it sure would help grow the Barstool Sportsbook account, but whatever.
That is true.
We can all try to do the spinneroonie.
All right, I'll try.
I couldn't do the spinneroonie if you gave me. Oh, he's doing it.
No, I was getting off to practice to see if I.
Oh, he's going to practice.
See if I still have it.
I know we can't play the music, but didn't the Harlem Heat have like an electric entrance song too?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta
it
get
was
that.
fantastic intro music. No, it couldn't do it. Okay, he gave it a shot. He gave it a shot. Did you get even a spin in, even a Rooney? Nothing.
I am just way too heavy now.
Yeah.
I cannot do it.
Welcome
at all.
to the crowd, Zoff.
Yeah. Well, that's called life. All right. So we'll get back to Billy and all that. We'll talk about all the sports, all the Super Bowl fight night. But did you guys watch Surviving Barstool?
I watched a little of the recap. I didn't watch all of it, but I loved. There was some heated stuff.
There is some. The aftermath of Surviving Barstool is way more heated than the actual competition itself. There's some tension in this office today. And the tension is not between the two principals. Like Nick and Tommy were the ones that came down to the end, and Nick and Tommy are just chilling, just cool as hell. But the people that wanted Tommy to lose, got personal about it last night. Let me say this: I was Team Nick because Nick's my guy. I also love Tommy. I love Tommy Smokes. He's fantastic. Tommy deserved to win. He won. Good for him. I wanted Nick to win. I rooted for Nick, but I never, in any of my tweets, did I ever say anything about the word Tommy. You can't find Tommy because I like Tommy.
Right.
I'm glad that he won. I rooted for my guy. But there are some people that were at Barstool taking shots at Tommy. I was like, personal shots. And that seemed crazy to me. And including the one he fired back at where Fight said, Barstool's the place, your dreams don't come true at Barstool. That's just the biggest. That's the most erroneous, false thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'll have to back that up too, Brandon. Judging by our Bossier City and Tupelo Pass, I think that it's been pretty surreal so far here.
But Tommy won the
I'm
10,000.
in that club too. I just got the
Call
call
it.
the other day. Get
Yeah.
on a flight.
Yeah, you're a caller.
And Nick, everybody says that Tommy played a better game. I think Tommy and Nick played equal games. They just played different. Tommy was very aggressive. He played the run and shoot offense. He was throwing the ball. And Nick was just kind of very conservative, running the eye for him. But he was right there, kind of riding the wave of Tommy, and then was going to pass him at the end. Nick played a very smart game where he was just going to be low key, likable, and bank on the people coming back and voting for him.
What do you think about Brianna?
I don't know. In what way?
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, everyone's kind of talking between Tommy and.
Well, it came down to them because they were the only two that got votes.
Yeah, no, she
got one
the
vote.
one. Yeah,
One vote from
I think
Trista.
if you were handicapping it, she was probably the third. She was the long shot of the three.
Of the three,
I think she played pretty good.
she played decent.
I
but
thought Kelly played better.
Keegs played better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought Keegs. If you're talking about who didn't win, Keegs played a very good game. She won challenges, and Brianna just won the right challenge. She was able to get to the final
The thing
four.
I don't understand is you're playing for money, and it happens on, similar games. When you play a good game and they vote you off, why do the people get mad? Yeah, it sucks you didn't win the money, but it's a compliment. I don't want you.
Yeah, I'm
You're
scared.
the biggest
I
challenge.
respect you.
Right, I respect you. So the people getting mad, well, you voted me off. Yeah, we voted you off. You're good. Obviously, if I could send you home, I want to.
Well,
You know what I mean?
The Nick Trista interaction was kind of funny.
Here's what I don't understand about those types of games. When you sit on the jury, you've been voted out, and you're voting for who's going to win. And you look at the guy who lied to you, who screwed you, who deceived you, and went behind your back and caused you to go out, and you say, well, he played a good game. If somebody fucks me, I'm going to fuck them. If somebody screws me, I'm going to screw them. I'm not going to say, well, way to go. Congratulations. You fucked me. You made me look like a dumbass, so I'm going to give you $10,000. Fuck that. If you fuck me, you better watch how you get me out of the game, because if you fuck me, I am turning around and I'm fucking the shit out of you.
Fair, but I think by the same
That's
token,
not fair. That should be life.
You have to, in this game, like, you have to fuck people.
You
You
have
would
to
have done
fuck,
it the other way, too.
You do have to fuck people,
Right.
but I feel like the jury looked at their job as saying, well, we're going to reward the guy who played the best game. The jury's job is to award $10,000 to whoever they want to award. That's your chance to fuck him. That's your chance to say, nope, I'm not, you're never going to screw me again. That's what I say.
Yeah. I get it, but by the same token, there is a respect of the game. And I think Kelly said that the best. I respect the game. Game respects game. Like, once you lose that first night, you're very mad. But then the next night at the jury, once you're out, like, all right, the upsetment is gone. You do give it to who played the best game.
The upsetment.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a word at all.
Upsetment?
Upsetment.
You caused me upsetment. I'm pretty sure upsetment is a word.
Upsetment.
Yeah.
You're going to go with upsetment?
Comment Y or N, and we'll see who gets more in the chat.
Why for
you think upsetment is a word?
Why for upsetment and for
I don't think
upset.
upsetment is a word, but maybe, I learn something new every day, but I don't think upsetment's a word.
This is a bad one.
I mean, he created a fake idol. They sniffed it out. They figured out it was a fake idol. They didn't do shit.
Yeah.
They just let him do it.
Oh wait, it's in Wiktionary.
But Tommy did play a very good game, and Nick played a very good game. I either could have won. I just thought some of the reasoning behind some of the votes were asinine. But you know what? I would a bunch of ends.
Bunch of ends?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Nothing
looked it
but
up. It doesn't
ends.
look
It's
good
like a
for me.
1960s meeting in Mississippi.
Well, one thing on the Surviving Barstool, you think, like, White Sox Dave and Trista got voted off first. You think that they would have tried to vote off the people they were worried were going to win?
Yeah.
I mean, you almost want to keep the people that, no offense to them, but I didn't see them as threats to win this. And so you almost want to keep the harmless people, around.
That's what
because
I
they're
said.
not threats. You got to try to get rid of Tommy early, I would think.
You
It's
get
their
rid of
own
Tommy,
fault. It's their own fault that Tommy won. You're 1,000% right.
and you carry White Sox Dave. He ain't winning.
No.
I think part of it was they had to spend so much time together. They were trying to get the people out that they didn't want to spend a ton of time with, maybe.
Upsetment is in the dictionary, so yes, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe
I
that.
found it in the Wiktionary, Wikipedia's dictionary, but not the real dictionary.
There's a Wiktionary?
I just found that out. Learn something new every day.
Wikipedia, anybody can enter any information they want. That's how you know it's the best.
Speaking of which, did you see Fran Fraschella's new Wikipedia page?
I very much
Saw
didn't.
your own
I didn't
box.
see his old one either.
Okay.
Why would... Okay, I know that Rico's going
All
to
right,
be as
it's gonna
self-serving
take
as he can
4
be, but
seconds.
why the fuck would I see Fran Fraschella's Wikipedia?
On February 3rd, 2021, Fraschilla and noted Barstool Sports podcaster Rico Bosco resolved a months-long, which was actually years-long, Twitter feud on Bosco's podcast, Barstool Bench Mob, proving that some things are indeed bigger than sports.
Time. Stop. Let me read this.
Oh, it's gone.
You didn't even have it up.
I did.
Let
go
me
fast.
read. I want to read this because
There you
I had
go.
some problems with this. All right. On
Me and
February,
Fran.
here's some issues I have with this. On February 3rd, 2021. That's correct.
Okay.
Fraschilla and noted Barstool Sports podcaster Rico Bosco. Noted. How are you noted?
I've been on Pick'em for 8 years. I started my own this year. I've been on 7 snake drafts.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think what other
And
podcasts.
these are your notations?
They mentioned me on Pardon My Take. 2 times they mentioned me.
They've only mentioned you 2 times on Pardon My
once
Take
with
in the history?
Tiffany Amberthiessen, and another time they had Dog the Bounty Hunter. They said his friend Bosco, and they said Rico Bosco, and then so 2 times, 3 times. AJ Soprano, 3 times I've been on Pardon My Take. That's number 1 there.
Okay. All right. So
And I go on other rival network podcasts.
noted Barstool Sports podcaster Rico Bosco resolved a months-long Twitter feud on Bosco's podcast. 2 things here. Months long? That was years long, wasn't
That's
it?
what I said.
Years long.
Years long.
This is 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
On Bosco's podcast.
I don't.
Not on Barstool's podcast. Not on Barstool's college basketball podcast. Not on Jake Marsh's podcast. Not on Marty Mush's podcast. On Bosco's podcast, Barstool Bench Mob. Proving that some things are indeed bigger than sports. Huh. Well, okay. Is that
66%?
Is that your first?
That gets you in the Hall of Fame.
Is that your first Wikipedia entry on somebody's famous?
No, they used to put shit on Clay Travis's.
Y'all used to go at it?
Clay Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We still do.
He goes at it with everybody.
I hate Clay Travis.
Well, okay. Is it possible he would ever be on Bench Mob?
No.
There are some people that reach a level they can't be on Bench Mob. Some people like
Gottlieb.
Woj.
No, he can come on. He just has to apologize.
What Woj do?
He lied. December 23rd, 2011.
God damn it.
Wagner beat Pitt.
Yeah.
Woj put a thing out like big win for Wagner and local guy Danny Hurley. I replied and said, good for him, but this is the last days we'll see him at Wagner. He's gonna go get a bigger job. DMs me, he's not leaving. Turned down a ton of jobs. I know him. I'm right. I'm right. Okay. And then unfollowed me so I couldn't DM him again. I filed it away. The next season he went to URI. Hey, Woj, I thought you didn't with the screenshot. DMs me again. How dare you share that? You shouldn't share that.
Oh, he unfollowed you.
Yeah. He goes, well, no. He goes, why are you airing out my business? I said, bro, all you have to do.
He messaged you and unfollowed you.
Yeah, I said, all you have to do is apologize.
You make the most interesting noises.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's just
It's whenever I get a little excited, it just gets really weird.
It's like a record scratch. Like it changes
I
the
do the
conversation.
high pitch thing when I get excited too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I think you go lower pitch.
I've done high pitch.
When you can pick them and they get you in a corner, you're like a
Yeah.
bulldog growling. So you mentioned Tiffany Amber Thiessen, which brings me to Dustin Diamond. First time I've had you on the show.
Demons.
Had his demons, had his problems, but he just died. It's the first Saved by the Bell cast member we've lost. How you holding up?
Good.
I
was the least likable of the six.
Well, Lark Voorhees is also kind of unlikable too, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I would have had. Who would you? Well, I mean, I probably would have had Belding in the death pool.
Yeah, he used to party with college kids.
Did
he?
Well, that was like an internet 1.0, like pictures with Belding, like arms
Belding
around
threw
girls.
down, huh?
Oh, he threw down big.
Yep, but Dustin Diamond, who also partied, apparently had sex with over 2,000 women.
Yeah, on the rundown yesterday, that came up that he had a thing where his spot where he picked up girls was Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. And he had a thing where it was like this haunted ride he'd take people on and go after. Creepy.
What was the what's the spot where you pick women up at?
Not Disneyland. I don't know. I'm not very good at picking up widows. But I don't know. I'm doing better. Doing better these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say Barstool. I feel like in the new world, you just say Barstool Sports and then have a chance.
Mine is the hunting and outdoor section at Walmart.
See, I never had that.
No, I would say live music is my best place.
If she wears camo and plays with guns, she fucks.
Like my thing, it's like I never could go to a bar or a club and have like any chance really. But if I'm at like a concert and meet some kind of like hippie chicks, like to dance, get wild, like I'm always the guy that can point at me like that dude's having fun. So live music's kind of my element to pick up girls, I'd say.
And you?
It's interesting that he said that. You know, the Barstool thing with Chance. I was out of the game from the get-go. I never used any of that Barstool.
Were you just working?
Clout.
Were you just working on your skills at this event?
What do you mean?
Well, you mentioned a place. You mentioned something.
What place?
Didn't you say a Barstool?
No, that's what I'm saying. He mentioned it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And like use your Barstool clout. Like if I was out at the Smith or you're out at a bar, you're out in Hoboken. You're like, yeah. Oh, you're with the Barstool guys? And now all of a sudden you got a chance. I never had that.
Well, it's got a better ring to it than Cumulus Media and Bossier did. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm like CJ McCollum. He married the girl before the fame. He stuck with the girl from
Patrick
before the
Mahomes-
fame.
the only one. There's
Mahomes has been
Why
with
would
this girl
CJ
since high school.
McCollum
Well,
be your
CJ
example of
McCollum's
that?
a Lehigh guy. CJ McCollum had brunch the same day my sister graduated. We saw him walking up the hill. I said, good luck in Portland. He was very nice to us and waved. So I'm a big CJ
What
McCollum
of all
guy.
all the athletes in the world? There are a lot that married their high school sweetheart. You said CJ McCollum.
Not all of them waved to me.
So Patrick Mahomes has never waved to you.
Not yet.
You never know.
Maybe if I win,
You
you
never
know,
know.
6 figures, I go do TikToks with his brother.
Yeah, and if he finds out that you've been mentioned on Pardon My Take for a 4th time, maybe that's the deal.
Yeah.
You got a chance with your Detroit live stream to ride Mahomes this $50K. Maybe you can wave at him after you do that.
I will.
Shout out to the Barstool Sports YouTube. I'm watching a couple thousand people watching us right now, and they're in the comments. If you have a question or if you want a comment to be read, just put it in the YouTube comments, and I will read it. I will read it to Rico.
No
if it's a
bad
question.
words, though. We don't read
No,
bad words.
we're not doing any of that big
We're on
man on
TV
campus
now.
shit. We're not doing any of that. We're not
No,
doing
just bad words. No F-bombs. We don't curse on this show. We're on TV now.
We don't?
Let's say, I heard like
you're
a
just going to
minimum
be
of
hosting this fucking show.
Yeah, I've heard a minimum.
All right, so I have a question, and it's just somebody mentioned this earlier. They said in the chat, is this the greatest Super Bowl quarterback matchup ever? I say no. I say there are 2 that come to my mind that are ahead of it. Those 2 are prime Breeze against prime Peyton Manning in 2009.
The one I went to.
Those are the prime guys right there. This is prime Mahomes against over-the-hill Brady. No, he's still pretty high up on the hill. He's not like done, but he's past his prime. And then I would go Marino, Montana from '84, where Marino had just set every record under the sun. Best quarterback season ever to that point, and for like 20 years after that, against Joe Montana, who was the GOAT before Brady came along. So those are my 2. Would you say this is the greatest quarterback matchup of all time?
So the Montana Marino one, I was 1 years old, so I can't really speak to that one. I'm a diehard Saints guy and Nola guy, so the Breeze Manning one, obviously, for sentimental reasons, will never be beat. But I actually think this Mahomes Brady one's got that one notched even.
You think so?
I do. I just think Brady with the 6 Super Bowls at the end of career, and it's like the passing of the torch game. I think from Brady to Mahomes is the future of the NFL. I think this one's even better, even though I don't think Brady's playing at the level that Breeze and Manning.
But here's what I think. I think the passing of the torch has already happened. I think Mahomes is the greatest in the game now. Like, there's nothing he has to get from Brady. This is almost like a young lion who's taken over the pride, and the old lion's coming back trying to get his spot back. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I think the young lion's too strong, too big, too powerful.
Well, Brady did win the AFC Championship game in overtime, that thriller 2 years ago. Their only playoff matchup so far. Mahomes has beaten him twice in the regular season since, but he's got to ride it in the Super Bowl.
Somebody says Favre Elway from that Broncos Packers Super Bowl
Montana
back in '98, I believe.
Montana Elway was a good one too at '89. Even though the Niners beat the hell out of him. Though.
Yeah, 55-10 in the Superdome. Elway was there, but not quite there yet. He would have another decade of. But yeah, that's Montana Elway, Montana Marino.
I didn't know
Elway,
Marino
Favre.
and
I don't.
Elway. Marino and Montana had played.
They had.
That's
I don't
where,
consider.
Yeah, I forgot that. Sorry.
When we talk about Brady, we talk about Breeze. We talk about Mahomes, what he's going to be. Montana, Marino. I don't put Favre on the level of those guys. I think Favre is like a notch below those guys. I know everybody thinks he's one of the all-time greats, and I don't think he's in the top 5 of quarterbacks for sure. He won 1 Super Bowl. I don't know that he's top 7 or 8. Is this crazy? Is this a crazy take?
I think the one thing about Favre, I respect the guys that never miss games, and his longevity, I think, does add a little value maybe, especially playing all those years up in the cold in Green Bay. But I think, top 10 seems fair. I don't think he's top 5.
Yeah, but I mean, like he leaves Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers picks right up where he left off and carries it for the next 15 years. I don't think he belongs with Peyton. I don't think he belongs with Brady. I don't think he belongs with Marino. I don't think he's as good as – I just think he's behind those guys. Still a great quarterback.
One question I have, when you analyze quarterbacks and, like, the best ever – do you factor in the cold? Like, I feel like I give a little more respect to the cold weather guys. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like one of the biggest Breeze fans and Nola, but I feel like that fast track and Superdome with Sean Payton contributed a lot. And like the guys that do it up in the cold forever, I know Breeze probably couldn't have done that.
Not really, because I think if you start doing that, if you start parsing it out like that, there's so many other levels you would have to parse. Like, say a guy played in a loaded-ass division for 10 years as opposed to playing in a bad division for 10 years.
Yeah, Brady played in the AFC East.
Brady has owned the AFC East forever, but, like, I don't know what the best division is right now, but there's been some times where the NFC West has been just brutal over the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. You survive in that division for 10 years. I think that – so if you start parsing at that weather level, that division level, at that, you really get into the weeds a lot.
2 points off of that. One, do you respect Jim Kelly a little bit more for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, getting to 4 Super Bowls is no joke.
That was back when that happened. Everybody was hating. Oh, we're seeing the Bills again. It's harder to go to 4 Super Bowls in a row than it is to randomly win one, I think.
Right.
I mean, that's insane.
And I was a little kid, so you could tell me more. He was good, right?
Oh, he was very good.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
fine. Revisionist history.
That
you
Buffalo
forget,
Bills
you know?
offense
the K-gun, yeah.
with Andre Reed, with
Thurman Thomas.
with Thurman
Don
Thomas,
Beebe.
it was incredible, and they had a great defense too. Cornelius Bennett and Bruce Smith. I wish they had won a Super Bowl. They should have won that first Super Bowl against the Giants. I thought they were better than the Giants that
Oh, they
year. The
definitely
Giants just
were.
won the game, and then it was like a sliding scale. They weren't quite as good the next year. They weren't quite as good the year after that, but they were still the best
Dallas
team in the
was a
AFC.
juggernaut.
And Dallas was, came up to such a high level that you weren't going to do
course.
anything. So
And
once they lost to the Giants, the cheese was going to slide off the cracker really
And
quick.
then the second part you're talking about, when you start breaking things down, guys who play now, it's a 7-on-7 touch tackle league. Let's face it. So you got like the recency bias. I'm sure I haven't looked at the numbers, but I would imagine Matt Stafford has more passing yards than who's like a really good than Jim. I would bet he has more than Jim Kelly, like way more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to start equating that too. You can't touch receivers. You can't touch quarterbacks. Everything's up tempo. Way more passes.
That's
like
fine.
you got to equate that.
That's fine, but they still offenses also hadn't evolved a mindset yet. They were still 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They were still stack 2 running backs back there and do that. And guys like Marino comes along and puts up numbers that would fit in today in an era that didn't. Dan Marino was 20 years too soon. Dan Marino happened now. He'd own every record forever.
Yeah, that Marino, the season he made the Super Bowl, his second year, I think, when you look back on it, that might be the greatest statistical.
5,048 yards, 48 touchdowns,
Yeah.
and nobody, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton. It was just, boy, we got deep into the sports today. I didn't expect to get deep into the sports today. Usually we stay on the Barstool stuff. And
That's what's great about it. Something we talking about the Super Bowl. It opens up this quarterback debate. Opens up this that's why we all grew up on sports radio. That's it's what makes it great.
The show is the best on Barstool. Great mix of you 3 guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Disclaimer: paid for by Brandon Walker. Everybody knows I am too tight to be paying for ads. Worst quarterback to win the Super Bowl? Boy.
Trent
Dilfer, right?
Dilfer, bad. That Ravens defense that year was, I know the 85 Bears were mentioned, but that Ravens 2000 defense was.
When I think of defenses, I think of the 85 Bears. I think of the 2000 Ravens. I think of the 02 Bucks. And that's probably missing a modern one. But those are the 3 holy grail defenses.
The one, and look, they might have the performance, the Legion of Boom performance when they destroyed Manning in that Super Bowl.
43-8.
Yeah, that was considering how hot, how good that Denver offense was. That was a historical performance. The Ravens Giants won in 2000. I had a bet in high school with my friend. He gave me 25-1. I bet him the Ravens would shut him out, and the Giants ran a damn kickback in the second half. I would have hit it. I remember that.
What's crazy is that if Collins wins, he's the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but he didn't get close to winning.
I understand that. I'm just saying that's how
that-
bad
that-
that quarter.
that
You talk
game
about
is-
dream quarterback
I
matchups.
remember-
That quarterback matchup was horrible.
I remember leaving my job to go home at halftime to get my my queso dip that I left at home so I could have it at work.
You stayed.
And I was listening to ESPN radio on the way home at halftime. It's like, this is the worst quarterback performance we've ever seen. It would be the worst quarterback performance by one of them, but this is 2. This is 2. Now, here's a question. You're 37.
Yes.
You're 31?
4.
34? Okay.
Wait.
So
30.
So we're 3 of the older guys here.
33. I turned 34 this year. 33.
you don't know how old you are?
I lose track. It's quarantine.
So I'm 41. First Super Bowl you remember?
The Elway, Montana.
That you watched.
Elway, Montana. Even though I was like 5 or 6.
55-10?
Yeah, I just remember being at my church youth group had a party for it. I was like 6. Well, not youth group. It was like a party at the church. I remember.
55-10.
Yeah, I kind of that was one of the ones. And then I remember the Bills Giants the wide right Norwood was the next year. I remember watching that as a kid.
What about you?
Pats, Packers.
97? 96?
Yeah, now, being a kid, I remember the 49ers being a monster favorite against San Diego, like a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But I went to a party at a family friend's house, and the game kicked off, and I went and played. You know what I mean? So the one I really remember watching, I guess, start to finish, I would say that or the Rams-Titans. Like, sit down, it's going to be a good one, goes to the end. I remember being like, oh, shit, he just missed. So I would say that.
Okay. The Rams Titans was one of the most memorable ones to stop on the one. And that was like a big changing of the guard.
I had a long-term girlfriend back in high school, college.
Sick brag.
Well, it's going to be a bigger brag. The night of the Super Bowl, her parents were going out to a party. I got to fuck her the first time that night. It was great.
Super Bowl.
Good time. Yeah, I missed the entire second half. I got finished. I turned it on, and he was getting tackled at the 1 yard line. But I'm fine.
Well, you felt like a Titan anyway. Even though
And
they lost
then
the game.
I did. So
or a Ram.
Or a Ram.
Oh, well, it just depends on what at what point you caught that. All right, so my first Super Bowl was the Bears and the Patriots, 46-10, the 85 Bears in I think it was in New Orleans, it was in the Superdome. Yeah, so the 85 Bears were my first Super Bowl that I ever remember. I was aware of it before, but I remember watching that and just being like, oh, this is cool. I enjoy this.
Was Walter Payton really like a diva that game?
He was a huge diva. And I love Walter Payton. He's from Columbia, Mississippi. He's one of the greats of all time. But he didn't score, and he was not really happy that they won.
And
yeah,
Richard Dent got the run in, yeah.
No,
Fridge.
Fridge, I'm sorry.
Well, I would imagine there's more than a few opportunities he had to score, but the Fridge one was big, right?
Had a bunch, and they didn't let him score, and he was very mad about it. Because he had been with the franchise through bad times, like for 12 years. But, you still win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, a couple of years ago, like the Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl, I did not see a down of that Super Bowl.
Really?
Didn't see a down of it. My third son, or my second son, my third kid, was playing that day and was playing with something with beads, or like putting together necklaces or something, right up his nose.
Ooh.
So it took a bead right up his nose. Had to take him to the emergency room in Cartersville, Georgia. I was there the entire time, and they extracted it, and then we left, and Super Bowl was over. So I didn't see any of that. Sounded good. I followed it on Twitter.
That's the one that stands out to me. I know he was a 2-touchdown favorite against the Giants, so close to it. That's the one that stands out to me in his career. Like, which one can I have back? The Eagles. Like, he had to have that one. Brady.
Malcolm Butler stuff was so weird that game too.
I get it, and if you look at it, his career is fair, right? So you figure he probably should have won the 2 Giants, definitely should have lost the Seahawks.
I mean,
and probably should have lost the Rams. So he
Falcons, wow,
fine. So stole 2 or 3, blew 2 or 3.
I mean,
so it's about even.
It is about even, but it's crazy. His wins have all been very, very close.
Crazy,
very close.
That's the take I have too. I know it's very elementary. Sorry. Has he ever been blown out of a Super Bowl? One time with the Falcons, and they gave it back to him. Has he ever, I feel like the Chiefs might just fucking hang it on these guys.
Yeah, I've been feeling that too. What's interesting is that Brady gets credit for winning the Rams game, but then losing the Eagles. There were no punts in the whole Pats-Eagles game.
And that was far and away his best performance in the Super Bowl as far as passing yards.
480 yards.
It was. I know. I'm just back. Nick Foles is going to be driving cabs the rest of his life.
It is odd. It is odd that we give so much credit to quarterbacks, and we'll never not give credit to quarterbacks. But he lost the Eagles game, and he won the Rams game.
Yeah.
And he was much better against the Eagles.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that they shouldn't have won the Rams game. If you follow,
right.
They had to have won the Eagles game. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he won the Rams game. He didn't play very well.
That one, I should.
And again, it's Belichick just being at a certain point, team rules go out the window. Like a city championship game or a state championship game, your best player shows up late, and you're a big hard guy. You go 15 minutes before the game. You're a fucking asshole, but get in the starting lineup. Malcolm Butler, they had to have started him that game. Or who was the guy they sat?
It was Butler.
Butler, right?
No,
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
They mix them all in. Belichick shouldn't have been like a big fucking rules guy and whatever.
You're punishing. The problem is like
you're punishing everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
You're punishing everybody else. You're right.
Rico, some things are bigger than sports.
Not that. Your job is to win a championship.
Some things are bigger than sports.
Your job is to win a championship.
Yeah, you're off the team right after it.
Right, yeah, you can't quantify that.
What about Eugene Robinson going out and get some hooker pussy the night before? All right, your most memorable Super Bowl. I know what yours is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Greatest Super Bowl halftime performance.
Bruce. 2009. Arizona, Pittsburgh.
Really? Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce
okay. What about you?
I'm just gonna say the Who because I was there and it was like so. Everything about that 09. I mean, I didn't even know I was going to that Saints Colts Super Bowl. And I got 5th in a World Series of Poker tournament for $7,000 3 days before in Tunica, Mississippi by Memphis. And I literally got the cash, booked a flight Memphis to Miami, bought a $1,200 ticket on the front row of the upper deck. And, that's one of my greatest sporting event stories. Everything about that. The Tracy Porter pick six. We'll never forget
Onside kick, the ball.
Oh, everything, yeah.
Plus, Manning was that was when, he was at his peak.
Yeah.
It's he's going to win this one.
Yeah, that, and I swore to myself right after that game, I was like, no matter what happens, I'm not going to bitch about anything because I got to see the Saints win a Super Bowl, especially after Katrina.
Right.
And that's what I had to keep telling myself after that Rams NFC Championship game, which I'm still pissed about.
Prince.
Ooh, yeah.
Prince in the Rain.
Yeah.
Prince in the Rain,
Purple,
Bears, Colts.
Yeah,
Billy Joel sang the anthem for that one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, Prince did the performance, and then they had I think they had the shadow. He had the big long sheet, and it looked like he was playing his dick. Anytime you can play your dick, I think that wins.
Prince one was memorable. That's great.
It was. In fact, when I go home today, I'm probably going to watch that. I'm going to watch Prince halftime performance. I hope you can still watch it.
I like the Tom Petty one too.
You can watch anything on
Petty
YouTube. You can watch Pick Central on YouTube. Yes.
Do you know who is doing the halftime show this weekend?
The Weeknd.
Dua Lipa.
Do you know who that is, Brandon?
I'm culturally aware that The Weeknd exists. I can't tell you any songs by The
It's
Weeknd.
pretty good.
But I am like I know that they are a thing.
Do you let the kids listen to the
It's a
car
guy.
in the radio? Or listen to the radio in the car?
Wait, they what?
The Weeknd is one guy.
The Weeknd? That's
one
a dumb.
guy, I
That's
know,
a dumb
yeah.
fucking name.
Like when I first heard that, I got
You can't be the something unless you're The Rock.
If you saw Uncut Gems,
That's what I was gonna say. Uncut Gems
He's
is like
in
how I
that.
know about him. Yeah.
Okay,
Who was he in Uncut Gems?
The Weeknd.
No, he was in it.
it was The Weeknd.
He was like the singer in the club, the rapper that.
Okay, yeah,
that's
You
him.
can't just be one guy.
That's The Weeknd. Also, did she spend? First of all, they
What
don't
are you,
get
his
paid
fucking
for the
agent,
halftime
TJ?
show.
What are you doing?
I like The
$7
Weeknd.
million on this
Yeah,
damn
it
thing.
should be a good show.
He spent. You don't get paid for
You
the
don't get
anthem?
you pay for your own halftime
For
show.
halftime?
No,
He,
no.
The,
The Weeknd
he
didn't
spent $7 million on the
$7
halftime
million of
show.
his money. I'm sure his record people took care. He didn't do
Well,
it.
he didn't go to the store.
He's not
and
going
buy
to
a
Home
halftime
Depot
show, yeah.
and buying fucking 2x4s to put the stage together.
But it cost $7 million. Should be a good show.
The ball's on himself to name yourself The Weeknd is one man. That's some sack.
Y'all want to do some picks?
Yeah.
I realize I never know how to pace out the picks here. I never know because we are building this show new and from the ground up. Have we talked about everything? We talked about the Super Bowl. We'll get back to Billy.
Well, one promotion we need to mention in Michigan, they've got it at it's a $10 bet, but they've offered both Jose Canseco and Billy football at +4 to 1 today. And so it's a free $10 to win 40 if you bet in Barstool Sports in Michigan. So I got to mention that. Even if you're a low player, I mean, get 4 to 1, you just flip a coin.
Also, if you're in Michigan, you can put $100 on what is the $100 bet where you get assigned a gambler
I don't
for the
know if
stream?
it has a full name. Are they calling it?
You get $100. You bet $100. You get assigned a gambler in the
big game. It's the big game live bet show.
You get assigned one of the gamblers. If they win, you get $1,000 in the Barstool store, or not the Barstool store, the Barstool Sports book.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
That's
people
pretty
are
good.
asking if they can be assigned to certain people.
I don't think so.
It's all luck.
It is. I don't know who I would. I think I would want Whitney. I think Whitney. I have to make Whitney the favorite because he's got the least to lose.
Right.
He goes out. He's going to go out there, balls to the wall. What does it matter to him if he wins or loses?
Plus, he's an all-time shit talker.
I come back to what I mentioned earlier. Look, I know that you don't want to just do a 10K straight bet because that's not going to be enough to beat the other 4 people. But if you do have a strong opinion that KC's going to roll, that alternate line at 3.8 to 1, 38K should be enough to win, right? In theory?
Yeah.
He thinks 15. Marty thinks $1. Marty thinks we're all going bust.
Yeah, but I just like
there will be some guys that bust.
Like if you think KC's going to roll and they come out and roll at 3.8 to 1, I think that wins it.
Just go
my thoughts.
alternate line, move, slide it out, and then
That's just my thoughts. I mean, who knows though? But I think that's if you have that strong of an opinion on the game, which I know you're kind of back and forth on. I mean, I do. I think KC's beating the shit out of them.
Let me give my Super Bowl prop picks before we get to anything else, because I do have some Super Bowl props.
I do too.
All right, so on the Barstool Sportsbook app in Michigan and Pennsylvania right now, you can slide the line. You take the little thing, you slide it. So I like Chiefs -3, which is where it's at right now. But I also like sliding it to -9.5, right in front of the football number, +230. And I slide it some more as far as you can go, +440, -14.5, right behind the football number. But if you believe in it strongly,
I like his better at 13.5.
It's +380, right?
380.
That's
think
the
about
one.
it. If
That's
like,
the one.
what's the 440? I get it.
To me, though, it's more about putting my
You
nuts
want
on
the
the
pride?
table and
You want the
saying,
pride? I don't hate it.
fuck
Okay.
that football number.
Fine.
I don't need it. This is how much I believe in it.
All right.
Now, if I get beat by not even the hook, if I get beat by the football number, I look silly, but I like it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, MVP, +2,800. Now, if you bet, Mahomes is probably going to win the MVP if the Chiefs win.
Yeah.
I almost certainly. But to bet Mahomes MVP, you got to go a -150.
Yeah,
I
it's like
believe.
even. Yeah.
Yeah, or -120, something like that. So right at it. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they had to run the ball a lot last year against the 49ers, playoff Damian at the time.
Yeah, he busted that one.
And Clyde Edwards-Helaire catches the ball out of the backfield. He could score 3 touchdowns. He could score 3 touchdowns and slide up and maybe steal the MVP. Somebody from the Chiefs could steal the MVP from Patrick Mahomes, and 2,800, it's just worth a flyer.
My thing on that is Tampa's got a really good run defense. Their pass defense could be exploited, and so I think the Chiefs. But Clyde can catch passes. The Tyreek Hill's the obvious one because he had the 200 yards against him in the first quarter. I feel like he may be a little too public, but what if he takes an end around or one of those shovel passes, something like that that's not as Mahomes based to the house early? That gets him in the conversation. But I don't know. It's just hard. The Mahomes thing. It's just so hard to win it if you're not a quarterback. I remember last year I had Honey Badger 65.
People are fucking idiots. People are saying Clyde is a bad pick. No chance he's the MVP. It's plus 2,800, you dumb cunts.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
no,
plus
and he's going to
2,800.
go. He said 2 weeks to be healthy. He's going to be good.
It's just a shot in the dark. What's Mikey doing in there? How many people are in there today?
We're having a dance party back here.
It's last football Friday.
Yeah.
It's just Mikey's never been in there. He's just over there. I said cunt, and he just lit up. I think he enjoyed that.
He's been anytime you swear, he hates you guys.
I haven't looked into it too much because I've been so fucking nervous about this trying to get strategy. But if you're saying a blowout means the Bucs are going to need touchdowns, you're going to have total successful field goals under 3.5. You got to lay 150. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
And if you're wrong and you think it's a shootout,
Aaron's pretty aggressive.
If you're wrong, you think it's a shootout. 2 high-powered offenses. I don't see field goals winning it.
Yeah, the problem, the game flow I see is if the Chiefs jump out early and then they can lean on their pass rush. I think Chris Jones specifically can cause Brady a lot of trouble with the interior pass rush because Brady being older. And the Chiefs are designed to play with the lead. They have great playmakers in the secondary.
I don't think these people understand what a flyer is.
No.
I don't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to win the MVP.
No, you just think
it's worth it as a
yeah,
you put $20 on it, you win.
$560.
Yeah. Wow. Good math.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. 2020. I got good mental math.
Damn.
Don't ask me to find it.
You
I
didn't
get
even
lost
check that.
No.
Hold on. No, not you. You didn't even check that. Why don't you give him the ding?
Beep, boop, beep, boop. Correct.
It's a flyer. It's not an actual pick. It's a. Let's just see what happens. Chiefs team total over 29.5 minus 118 for that.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate it either.
They're going to win. If they win this game, they're scoring 30 points. Period. A quarterback passing for over 500 yards plus 1,600. Just imagine how fun it would be to win that bet.
Ooh.
Right?
See, I gotta
Just going crazy for every completion.
Every completion,
every
yes.
yard.
That would be
don't hate
incredible.
it.
No, if it turns into a shootout and the Bucs score with the Chiefs, Mahomes could get there because of how big they catch 70-yard touchdowns all the time. And so, if it is a close game.
I like it even more to be a little close. I like that over 500 yards for Brady.
Man, Chiefs pass defense is so underrated, though.
But you're up 10, you're up 14. Sit the unders. And I know, it's not obviously great strategy to pick up 10, 14, 6, 7 at a clip. But if you're down the entire game, if he's playing for, let's say, 2.5 quarters of dink and dunk and dunk. What's a normal game? A normal game is getting you 300 at these days.
Alice Jones says, Brandon, all your NFL picks are flyers. That's just so hurtful and so
you were bad in the NFL.
so fucking accurate. Yes, but I was the best
he
college
murdered
football
yeah.
gambler.
I understand.
Best
that.
college football gambler in the history of college football this year.
Yes.
You guys do that pick 'em. I made you guys look like amateurs.
Well,
players to complete pass over 2.5 plus 215.
I don't like that.
I don't care. Why do I care what you like?
Who do we think is going to throw another pass?
I've seen Kelsey
You think Andy
throw it
Reid's
before.
not going to dial up a halfback pass or a receiver
I've
pass?
seen Kelsey throw it before.
Maybe.
All it needs is one. What if Brady's 90 years old? What if he gets hurt?
I like that.
You like him getting hurt?
I like your.
That's ugly,
I like your
Rico.
reasoning.
That was
I
unbelievable.
like your reasoning.
All right. So Kelsey and Gronk to both score a touchdown plus 440. And as you pointed out yesterday, Brate probably a better bet, but I like Kelsey and Gronk. It just sounds better. Better names. Rico, you're the man. Brandon is my OG. Ben, your attitude and hype is infectious. Good luck to all three this weekend. Let's fill a Brinks truck. I'll drive, says Cliff DiMartino.
How did one guy get it yellow?
He paid
Thanks for the donation.
$9.99.
Really?
Yeah. Well, who gets that money?
We all do.
Colby
So-
does?
How many guys? $1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6. 6, 3 left over to the Barstool Fund.
Boom, perfect.
I'll always think of the greater good.
Always.
And Tyreek Hill to have most receiving yards in the game plus 200.
The only thing with Tyreek that worries me is how, I mean, I could see it for sure, but it's like he's so obvious after that first Tampa game.
It's plus 200 though.
Yeah, see that it's obvious if it's minus 110 or like plus 115.
Yeah. Kelsey
Plus
is
200, you still getting that? I like that a lot.
Oh my God! Brian Gartner says plus 800 a field goal or extra point to hit the upright. You bet on doinks now. It's not, I don't hate that.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of points in this game, so there's going to be a lot of extra points and field goals kicked in theory.
What are we hearing about the weather?
Suck up and Butker.
Let's
What
go
are we
rain,
hearing
I
about the
think. I
weather?
think it's supposed to rain.
Could shower, but the Florida showers come in and out pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean it's Florida.
Yeah. Changes on a dime.
5 o'clock rain every day, Disney World.
All right, so here are my picks. I also have Chiefs -3, but these are my picks for tonight. Tonight's slate: college basketball, pro basketball, no hockey because it's been killing me.
You ride Mr. Ice? Blind?
No, I haven't been. I need to be. He's been hot, right?
So much fun.
But he was so hot in Detroit. I know it's going to swing.
His
at some
losses,
point.
I know I don't want to like beef him up too much, but his losses the other night, he had 4 goals in the first period. The game lost. So like even like I could live with that.
Yeah,
it's
he's not getting blown out.
He's not getting blown out.
I love hot streaks. I hate when hot streaks are just one bet because that one bet's always going to turn at some point. Like his hot streak is based on hockey overs, which has been killing it. It's been way over in the NHL. It's going to flip at some point.
It's a buddy of mine texted me the other day, said he took every first period over in the NHL. It was like 16-3. It was 13-3 run. Like there's goals now.
All right. My picks tonight: FIU -2.5 against UTSA. That's University of Texas San Antonio. What's their nickname?
Road Runner.
That's right.
Beep beep.
What?
It's the Road Runner.
That's not beep beep. It's meep meep.
Beep beep.
No, it's not beep.
Beep
It's meep meep beep. No, it's not beep.
Beep beep.
It's definitely meep with an M.
Beep, no, that's the Muppets.
That's not the Muppets.
No, that's definitely.
It's, hi, Erica. How are you?
Hey, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Meep meep.
I missed the wave. I think she only waved at you two.
She absolutely waved at you. She
Beep,
waved
beep.
at all three of us. Meep meep meep.
I'm a little insecure now.
She walked by, and she waved at all three of us. She waved at me first because
All right.
I said, "Hey, Erica," and then she looked at you and waved, and then she looked
All
at
right.
him and
I mean,
waved.
she definitely didn't hear you say, "Hey, Erica."
The door's open.
It's bulletproof.
That's
Meep meep.
It's bulletproof glass.
It's meep. Will you agree?
Yeah, it's me.
Beep is just a car horn. Veep is the show on TV. Meep is the Roadrunner.
no. A honk is a horn. That's not a
It's
beep.
also a beep.
Now, honk produces part of my take.
Mm.
Correct.
fuck.
Yes. All right. Beep beep. Meep. Meep meep. Where am I at?
Said,
Picks. Texas
Picks.
San Antonio.
Yeah, Texas State, the Roadrunners.
Oakland -1.5 against Cleveland State. You're on that too.
I am. They score. They shoot. They bomb some threes in Oakland, man. They
They
Northern.
were a very fast team years ago. I think the talent's down though.
Yeah.
This last couple of years, but they still play fast.
I'm gonna say you know more than me, but I like them tonight. Continue, Mr. Walker. My bad. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Meep meep. Northern Kentucky +1.5 against UW Milwaukee.
What's their mascot?
Milwaukee?
Northern Kentucky.
The Norse, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't know Milwaukee. It's
I don't know what it is.
yeah. They're green and gold. I know that. No, that's Wisconsin Green Bay.
Yeah. Don't even worry about it.
South Dakota State -6.5 against South Dakota. What's South Dakota State's mascot?
South Dakota State. If it's blue and yellow, are they the Jackrabbits?
Yes, yes. Bulls -2 against the Magic. What's Chicago Bulls mascot? It's the
Benny.
It's the Bulls.
Well, Benny the Bull.
Benny.
Pretty
All
sure.
right. Benny.
Fact check.
No,
it.
he's right. He's right.
Benny the Bull, huh?
Pelicans +1.5 against the Pacers.
Ooh.
Why? I mean, Pelicans have not been great this year. This line came out at 5.5, and by this morning it's 1.5. It is flying. I can't see that kind of line movement and not get on it. Pelicans +1.5 against the Pacers.
And huge shout out to the Pelicans front office for sending me a NOLA City Zion jersey and Mush.
You really are on the Rico mentorship program.
but
You're just here to get free merch.
Well. I have a guy in Pelicans PR that donated to local CYO too, as
What?
well. So the Pelicans
What
are very
local CYO?
giving
What are you
guys.
talking
They,
about?
they did a gift basket. They're very giving.
One other
guys.
thing that's funny too, they
Love
sent
the Pelicans.
they sent Mush a JJ Redick Pelicans jersey. The question is, will Mush be back from Detroit?
No.
Will Redick still be a Pelican? They got to get rid of those jerseys. He's on the trade block.
Let's see.
I thought they were building though. I thought they liked Redick. And
He's
were,
like 36 though, and
I
he's
know.
shoots
They gonna
29%.
move him
from
again?
three. He's 29% from three this year. I think he wants on a
I
contender.
love JJ.
I don't hate on him, but Zion looks good right now though.
He does.
Clippers -6.5 against the Celtics. Clippers -6.5 against the Celtics.
Clippers been playing good lately. Now
All
they
right.
got
Four.
guys back.
You got 4?
Louisiana Lafayette.
Give us your 4.
-3.5. They sent me gear. Dayton, -6. They sent me gear. Monmouth, -4.
Monmouth, send some gear.
No, I like King Rex, the coach. He's good. Charlotte Hornets +7.5. The Utah Jazz are a cover machine, but they're on a road back-to-back and won the first one. I actually don't think I've ever been right on this show betting the back-to-back, but tonight's the night. Charlotte Hornets, Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, Lonzo Ball.
It's just Lonzo.
LaMelo, you mean?
It's
LaMelo.
LaMelo. Del Curry.
Gordon Hayward revenge
He's just
game.
naming Hornets at this point. Just let
Hershey
him go.
Hawkins.
Not Hershey. It's just Hershey.
Muggsy Bogues.
Bismack Biyombo.
No Muggsy
Muggsy
Bogues.
Bogues.
Was Hershey Hawkins a Hornet? Yeah, he was. He was a supersonic and a Hornet.
Kendall Gill.
Larry
Kemba
Johnson,
Walker,
perhaps.
you
Said Larry
Dale
Johnson.
Curry.
Did you say Alonzo
I said
Mourning?
Del
Oh, you said
Curry.
Del Curry.
Vlade Divac?
For a little bit.
No, it was
The Kobe
a couple
trade.
years.
That was the
Yes,
Kobe trade.
What was I going to say?
Nerlens Noel.
It's not Christmas anymore. Relax. Okay. Where are the? Why don't I ever get a ding? Can I at least get a?
That
meep?
was stupid.
Can I get a meep? Meep.
Beep.
Where are the records, TJ? Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
texted
calling.
you.
I would like to
bad.
read Rico's. So Rico has 4 picks today. He is 1-8.
Bad. I was up 21 units in
Well,
college.
maybe if
basketball
you
at one
didn't
point.
bet
I'm
on
at
who sent you
5 now.
fucking jerseys, you'd be able to
No,
win.
it was hot.
Still 5 more than I'm up.
You know what really fucked me is the Northern Colorado last Thursday night. I've been chasing tilts ever since.
Ben Mintz. He is 13-16. Go Ben Mintz.
I have South Dakota State -7, IPFW +6. I have the over in the Utah-Charlotte game with Utah on the back-to-back. Gordon Hayward revenge game. Phoenix Suns first -8 at home against Detroit. They were on a long road trip. They had a horrible effort in New Orleans 2 nights ago. I think they bounced back. Oakland -2, and then I have over 220 in Boston and the Clippers. Do you want my prop Super Bowl bets now or keep them?
Sure as fuck do.
Over 48 yards for Leonard Fournette. Playoff Lenny continues to be a thing. I think Tampa needs to run the ball and be balanced. I saw Tom Brady's over under. Is it 301? Is that what y'all saw?
No, it's 295.
Okay, whatever it is, I like under because I think KC's got a better pass defense than people think you give credit for. So I'm on the under there. The KC ones I'm looking at are the random receivers. Sammy Watkins, if he goes, I know it's a game time thing. I like his over to randomly make some plays. I'm looking at the guys, people like Pringle or Robinson. Some of those smaller guys I think can make some plays in this game. So I'm looking at some of those. I'll have that out on Sunday.
The only thing I worry about with your Brady thing, if you think it's a blowout, like we said,
playing
it's
from
going to
behind.
be playing from behind.
No, that does concern
the
me.
only thing, you get a second set of eyeballs on it. It's the only thing I'm going to get.
I was very impressed. KC shutting Josh Allen down showed me something with the way he's throwing the ball this year.
Sure.
That showed me something.
All right. So Ben, let's see. Big Ev's picks. He's 12-17-1. He's got Penn State -2.5, Bellarmine -7, Dayton -6, Pelicans +2, and Magic. Is it plus or minus? Magic +2.5. Marty is retired today. He is doing Super Bowl prep. Yes, Colby.
I went 2-0 yesterday on the show. Just saying.
I don't think you gave away 2 picks on the show yesterday.
I did. You were flipping me off because of Ohio, Iowa.
Oh, was I?
And,
Yeah, it's the end.
What are you doing? Are you this side of the glass or team that side of the glass?
Wait,
I'm going to say nothing.
Hold on.
Me?
Did you remember about the parlay? Dan sent us the text and goes, "Yeah, sure, St. John's."
Right.
fucking money line."
He tried to tank the parlay. He's the only one that fucking won.
He fucking won. I had Oklahoma State. They lost. Dan goes, "Sure, give me St. John's money."
No, he had a real pick.
I know.
He had a real pick,
but-
and then he said, "Oh, he just wanted to tank the parlay." So
All
he could, and he said, "Give me St. John's money line over Villanova,"
All right.
and he was the only one that won. I had the Suns. You had Oklahoma State.
What do you have tonight?
I
I would say Monmouth.
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 My favorite pick tonight. Give me South Dakota State.
Okay.
I love betting on the Jackrabbits.
What do you got, Ben?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Parlay.
I'm going with Phoenix on the bounce back. First game home against Detroit at home.
The Pick Central parlay today is the Suns minus whatever. I think it's 6.5 maybe. I've got who do I have? South Dakota State, and you've got Monmouth. All right. Mississippi State played Monmouth in a first round of a tournament in 2002. Yep.
I have a question about a game.
Okay. Well, this is
Sunday
the place.
night,
Yep.
10 p.m.
Yep.
Cal and Stanford.
Uh-huh.
What's the play there? That's going to be the bailout game of the century, perhaps.
From the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Dan's been
When
saying
the
it for
Bucks
years. They
cover.
should have
You're
that
asking
game.
me about a random
Do you have a
Pac-12
play
game
for that
from
game?
from
Oh,
two
it's
nights?
not a random. That's going to be like the most watched Pac-12 10 p.m. game maybe in history.
I like Stanford.
Denver plus 155 at 2 o'clock.
Meep.
I want to watch
All right.
that on this.
I thought the music started at 54:30.
We're
Fun,
getting it. We're
good
getting
show
it.
today.
Okay.
Fun show today. Good lineup here.
I like the new intro more than the old intro.
Like
by
it's
the way.
got kind of it's got some Louisiana vibes a little bit. Yeah.
Song's called Delta Shake. It's a non-copyrighted song.
Nice.
Oh, we said it had Delta vibes to it.
Yeah.
You're from the Delta.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, roots
my
in the
mom's-
Delta.
Oh yeah.
I'm flying
My mom
Delta
lives there
Sunday.
now.
All
That
right.
was founded off the Mississippi Delta. That was-
Okay.
Yeah?
Just relax.
Nice.
That's Big Central. Tune into the Yak on the Barstool Yak channel because gonna be one today. Boys.
Barstool Sports channel.
Barstool Sports gonna be one.
Who do you got on?